Joining me now is Rhianna Cenci, who is a dietitian specializing in medical nutrition therapy. We're talking about healthy eating habits as we head into the holiday season.
So let's say you're going to a holiday gathering and you're like, well, I'm watching what I'm eating. I'm just not going to eat any appetizers. That might not be realistic, right? So let's set a realistic goal. I'm going to make myself a small plate. I'm going to enjoy that small plate. I'm going to have conversation with the people here and not just focus on food. And that might be a more realistic way to enjoy that gathering.
How can I possibly decide about, with all of the options that are spread on the table?
Whew, that's a tough one. I would say the one thing I like to focus on when you get to a holiday gathering are the food groups. I know that sounds so simple, but just trying to picture fruits or veggies being on my plate, maybe among the appetizers, not going for all of the carb options, right?
Sure.
Let's take a few of the carb-heavy options, just a little bit. But if there's a veggie tray, a fruit tray, try to load up on some of those low-calorie items. Maybe like a spinach dip, okay? Sometimes they can be lightened up and use a Greek yogurt, so we can count that as a little bit of a dairy option.
Sure.
And then there's usually some bread there, maybe some veggies to dip in it. Take some of the bread, allow yourself a little bit, but grab some extra baby carrots, some extra celery or cucumbers to go with it, and load up on those veggies. The other time I try to pay attention is, let's say it's dinner time. Everything's out kind of like a buffet.
Yes.
I like to use the drive-by method. A lot of times at a buffet, we start at the beginning. We don't know what's next, so we take everything, right? And then that looks good too. That looks good too. So I like to take a loop, look at all the side options, and in my mind prioritize, do I need a dinner roll right now?
Sure.
No. I'd rather use my carbs on some sweet potatoes and mac and cheese and give myself just a little bit of both instead of filling my entire plate with carbohydrates. And then add some veggies, find a nice green bean casserole or carrots for the side. And then a good protein, so Thanksgiving you might choose turkey or give yourself a little bit of ham at Christmas time. Number one thing you don't want to do is starve yourself going into the event. Because if you show up starving, you're just going to be craving everything the second you see it, and then it's much harder to stop.